What's going on, guys? We're going to cover today's price action. So let me first off by saying that today was not an easy day to trade. Was there opportunities? Of course. Each and every single day you're going to get an opportunity to trade, whether it's an A plus opportunity or it's just a so-so setup is a different story. However, with that being said, let's kind of go over the price action. Let's kind of see some of the different levels that maybe we missed, maybe we took advantage of, and why, again, as boring as it may sound, as cliche as it may sound, is why we need to respect being patient. Because if you were not patient, you were kind of just trying to go long off the open and then go short, and then maybe we're going long again, and then it made a new low finally, and then finally ripped. So a lot of back and forth movements here. Again, I do want to express what I've been doing and what's been helping me. It's starting off each and every single morning with 2 or 3 micros max, and it's looking for like 5 to 10 points, anything in between. Okay. Sometimes it's just a quick 5. Sometimes I'm really kind of watching it grind and grind and grind and trying to scrape 10 points. But right now, I don't think, for the better half of a week, maybe even a week and a half, that I've really taken too much more than 10-point trades. It's helping my mental because the price action is getting a little choppy. Price action is kind of going back and forth, and I'm just not really seeing, good follow through. Like where let's say not every setup, but let's say 70-80% of the setups, they're just absolutely ripping. So 5-10 point take profits, anything in between is fine. Again, I'm trying to, manage the stop losses with those micro contracts between $50 and $100. Give or take. But I've got some levels marked out. So we've got Friday's lows. Okay. We've got Friday's highs, right? We got Friday's highs. And then we have London session high and low. Okay. London session high and low. And you're going to see that we kind of swept down off the open into Friday's highs. We bounced up, got rejected right at the London low, and then we back tested again. This created a little bit of a double bottom and then got rejected once more, back at London low, and then finally lost low of day, but this was nothing more than a trap because it wicked down. It came right back up into 20 SMA, into VWAP, came down again once more. This should have been the ultimate flush zone to down to the daily 5 SMA. And then towards the end of the day, going into power hour, 11:45 Pacific Standard Time, you get finally range expansion, 56 points to the upside, right back into that London low, which also was an active 20 SMA trade. So this active 20 SMA trade here, although it was a 56-point range, maybe you could have used a candle closure below London low. Maybe you could have used Friday's high as a stop loss and essentially tried to ride this grind all the way up into the London highs. Now, some of the trades that I took today was off the open when we kind of broke down through this London low here. I took a quick scalp, right? I mean, I did fire a couple of contracts. Again, didn't really make much off it. I think I made about $35, right? Big whoop. And then I kind of watched this bounce, and then right here, as we got rejected, I started to think this is a break and retest of London low. So right here, I got short again. And again, this is like another 7-point scalp. I could have made more, but I'm not really looking for that much. So I was playing the break and retest, and then I kind of just sat on my hands, literally all day. After, the first hour, it was just chop, 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 chop. Finally, we got a 20 SMA to the long that never confirmed, and then we did have a 20 SMA to the downside. 9:45 Pacific Standard Time, you have a 26-point range candle that does confirm. Very tough to trade short right into a previous level here. Friday's high, right? Again, considering that we've been bouncing every time we've swept below it. But at this stage of the game, I'm following my plan in terms of trading my setups, but I did throw this trade on out of boredom. I know it's not the best setup, and I was willing to take a slap on the wrist if we took out this structure high, or I was willing to take, 5 to 10 points if we continued. by that time I was done, just walked away on the day. I missed this whole move here. I kind of mentioned it in the indices channel, but this whole move here, this was a fantastic move to the upside. Maybe some of you guys who were patient enough to come back later on in the day session, maybe you guys caught this big nice move. And even so, look at this sweep of London high. We swept it at one point in time, was trading above it, and then it fell back down. So you're also looking at a 15-minute time frame here. I was really going on the higher time frames today because it was just a lot of chop, right? Like, so I started off on the 5-minute, and let me kind of show you what this looks like, what I mean by there was a lot of chop. So notice how right off the open, it was a beautiful 20 SMA play, right? I believe one of the members inside of the mentorship, we took this trade because I took it short, you know, kind of just going through, right? Going through this London low and then taking that confirmation for a little bit of a move there. But you can see here, there was a lot of chop back and forth and back and forth. And then, you know, you get a little bit of a long here and then you get your short, right? This was the short that I took. And then this was, that was the original short. This was the long. This was a long. So, but realistically, very, very choppy on the 5-minute time frame. So, you know, quickly after that first 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I just got into this 15-minute chart and I just told myself, I'll just play these 15-minute setups around these key levels. Okay, what are the key levels? I was looking at London high, London low, Friday's high, and Friday's low, which was way down here. So those are the only levels I was looking at. I was just using pairing confluence with the VWAP and the 20 SMA, trying to stay with those trends, right? Trying to stay with those trends and playing off the levels. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what I do in terms of my strategies. I'm using 20 SMA and VWAP to give me the bias where I want to scalp. And then I'm trading off of these levels, right? Like, you know, daily moving averages, I'm trading off those levels. Previous day high, low, I'm trading off those levels. London session high, low, I'm trading off those levels. Hopefully this helps you guys. Again, if you find yourself in a sticky situation where you're not really identifying a lot of moves and you're kind of sitting there and you're wondering, you know, should I chop myself up? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? The best thing to do is to do nothing. And is as horrible as that sounds, that's going to protect you. It's going to keep you in the business for the long haul. I would rather have all of you guys still trading in 2 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 6 months, in 12 months, than to just completely burn yourselves out because you're trying to make $1 million today. With that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at the same thing. I'm going to mark out today's highs. I'm going to mark out today's lows. And then I'm going to wait for London high and low going into the New York Open. I'm going to mark those levels out. And then I'm going to trade the bias, which is the 20 SMA and the VWAP. And I'm going to trade those around those levels. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys all on the trading floor tomorrow.